Happy Tuesday to everyone tuning in to today's episode of the Hirewell Update. I'm your host, Ryan Brown, Vice President of our Corporate Functions team, and this is my co-host.
I'm Emily Goor, Director on our go-to-market recruiting team.
Before we kick off the show, you can find all of our content at talentinsights.hirewell.com, or if you'd like to learn more about Hirewell, our service offerings, check out our website, www.hirewell.com. It's perfect timing for us to discuss things from a talent insight perspective in terms of what companies can do to increase employee engagement and make employees feel a bit more connected during the holidays.
I am so excited we're talking about this right now. I honestly think that it's been harder for companies to engage their employees and make people feel connected during the holidays these days when people are working in more of a remote setting. Versus even think about us, Hirewell, we used to be 100% on site, so it's just different these days. I thought we could chat a little bit just today about some things companies can do to make employees feel connected to one another and their company this time of year. I know we've talked previously on the show, like it's hard to build company loyalty. It's easier to build like people loyalty. So it's such a good opportunity to just make people feel connected to each other at your company so that they're happier, they feel more connected then to the company, and then in turn, retention is better. It's just all about retention and positive culture and making people happy to be there.
Yeah, exactly. And you're right. It's not easy these days for people to feel that connection. And when most companies were working on site, getting together around the holidays was easy. And frankly, like it was a pretty big part of the culture. You'd have an end of year holiday party. Everyone would have a chance to, make relationships, new ones, or keep the established ones that they had. Hirewell previously, when we were in the office, and even after we went remote, we used to do in-person holiday parties here in Chicago, where our headquarters office is, but we have been a remote first organization since 2020, and we have employees all over the country. So logistically, it's really challenging to get everyone together during the holiday season. And so we've really adopted the virtual celebrations. And I think it's a good reminder that just because you're not able to get together in person doesn't mean that you can't be doing other things during the holiday season and creating those opportunities for connection. So I think one of the other things that maybe companies struggle with too is like, well, do we have to do something virtual on an entire company basis? The answer is no. Like you don't have to keep it macro. You can go micro and allow your teams to have virtual celebrations and have that connection too.
I think we've done well with that because, I mean, when you think about it, like at least when we're not a huge company, right? Like we're like 100-ish people, a little bit less, but the all company, just like virtual happy hour,
They're tough.
It's tough. Not everybody
doesn't flow well.
So I know what we've done pretty well, even, as being leaders on our teams of having our individual team kind of mini holiday parties. I know our go-to-market recruiting team has our little mini holiday party. We do actually a Secret Santa gift exchange, which do you remember when we used to do that as a whole company? And
yes, and we have to guess in front of everyone too. It was so hard.
It took hours, by the way. Like this is actually
it did.
We're not together. It was like all of us standing in the kitchen, like each person opening one by one and guess. It was a little painful.
What a throwback. What a great memory.
Good times. No, but I know we did this last year. There's it's also super easy and very small budget. We picked names out of an online hat. It's a name generator. And, gave everybody hey, we're getting gifts that are this much or less. Easy, kind of low cost, just a great way to get the team together and make everyone feel connected. And I also think to note too, is we try really hard to make the gifts personal, which I think is kind of sometimes hard to do on an all company level. So what I do on my team, and feel free to use this, that's why we're talking about this, everyone. I send out a cute little survey to the whole team, and they're random questions. What are your favorite hobbies to do outside of work? And what's your favorite local restaurant? And if you were ordering something on DoorDash, or if you were driving through fast food, where would you go? And then
Hmm.
that kind of helps the team be like, ooh, Emily loves yoga. Like, let me get her something. Or like, ooh, Emily's favorite snack is popcorn,
Hmm.
whatever. Like, oh, Ryan loves Pilates. Let me get her this. So
We love
I think it's
Pilates.
a good way to I know you. I think it's a good way to make the gifts a little bit more personal too. And little bonus, I secretly use that information all year. So if someone
Totally.
on the team like has done something amazing and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to send this person $20 to Taco Bell. It's pretty
Hmm.
simple. And again, just personal things. Again, that's a bonus. We'll keep it holiday focused this year, but those surveys I think are helpful. They can.
They totally are. And we've adapted something super similar on the corporate functions team too, where we also do a gift exchange and we try our best to make sure that individuals are getting something that's meaningful to them, that they
Yeah,
really enjoy. I think
not
it's
like a
better than
generic.
just, yeah, like getting a gift card to Amazon is great if you absolutely love
Well, I
Amazon
do love
shopping,
Amazon.
but yeah, I mean, I think we can all benefit from that. But you know what I mean? It's nicer to receive
Totally.
something that has a little bit of meaning behind it.
I agree.
Something else that Hirewell has done over the years, and this is both like when we were in person in the office, and we also do this now and have our employees all across the country participate, is in something called City Santa. So basically, this is an organization that we partnered with for, gosh, over 20 years, I think. And we collect letters to Santa from students in a local Chicago elementary school. And each of our employees that chooses to participate purchases one of the gifts or some of the gifts on the letter to Santa. And then we wrap them, we deliver them for the folks that are local, get to go to the school, deliver them to the students, which is really special and fun, really
Amazing.
foster a sense of community with our employees while giving back to a community as well. That's something that has been an incredible part of our organization for many, many years. And I think, I'm sure other organizations can find something local in their communities to do something similar with as well.
It's the best. I'm kind of sad to not be in Chicago because I've gone and delivered the gifts before too. I mean, I still love participating in it and getting the
Absolutely.
letters and buying the gifts, but there's something so special about, they have like an actual Santa that, sorry, if anyone's watching this, let me remove the air quotes. They have
Santa
actual
is there.
Santa comes and delivers the gifts.
Special, yes.
It's really special. And I think you're right. I think it really makes people feel connected and proud to work at our
Mhm.
company because it just fosters such a strong sense of community.
Right.
I think this one sometimes is a little bit heavier on the cost side. Like I know we're trying to like brainstorm a bunch of different
Mhm.
options, but I do think it really pays off. I think like having some sort of all company gift or
Mhm.
like company swag or something that everyone's getting. I think it's fun when everyone gets the same thing and then they can like get excited about, oh, did you get, whatever. And it doesn't have to be huge. I know in the past we've done like Hirewell Yetis, like little
Mhm.
cups, which I didn't get one and I would love one. If anyone's watching, thank you so much.
We'll be sure to get
Um,
you one.
thank
Don't
you.
you worry.
I know one time we did like the little Patagonias with like the Hirewell. We've done like shirts before. It
Mhm.
literally, I mean, this one I don't think was like a holiday gift, but hi, mouse pad. But branded everywhere. But I think, it's kind of just fun to get like a little something around the holidays from your company. I just think it's nice to open it and be like, wow, they're like, it's very thoughtful, you
It
know?
totally is. Yeah. And it's nice to do something if you can in terms of budget restrictions. If it is something that you can do on a company wide basis, like you
Yeah.
said, I think it goes like a pretty long way. And like, again, is fostering that sense of connection and
Yeah.
community internally, which is great. There's a ton of other things too that we haven't covered today. So we can probably
Yeah.
just share like a couple different ideas back and forth
Yeah.
of additional things that folks can consider around the holidays. One is the flexible time off or extended breaks. We've done that at Hirewell for many years, taking the week
Cool.
between Christmas and New Year's off. And that's just like a company respected week. If things come up, people are semi available, but really it's an opportunity for everyone to disconnect, get some rest and relaxation, get ready for Q1 to jumpstart again. And that I think has been really beneficial for us. And I'm starting to notice too, many other organizations, our clients especially, are adapting that as well.
We were just talking about this right a few minutes ago as like in a
We
small
were.
team setting, like
Mhm.
just I do think more. I wish we had more data on this, but just
Same.
having been in the industry, we've been in the industry for a bit. I do feel like people are shutting down a little bit more between
I think so
Christmas
too.
and New Year's.
Mhm.
Well, and the first day of Hanukkah is on Christmas this year, so fun.
How
Then it
special.
overlaps your birthday. Hanukkah, Christmas, like, wow,
What a day.
So yeah, I honestly, if your company is not officially closed, like maybe just consider, a soft
Soft
close, or just
close. Mhm.
giving your folks a break. Like, everyone works so hard. Well, hopefully, I know our teams work really hard, and
We
and
really
just
do.
deserve the time. And even though it's not something tangible, like we're saying, a gift, a mouse pad, a sweatshirt, whatever, like that, I think is very meaningful and goes a long, long way.
It definitely
Yeah.
does. It definitely does. In years past, too, I've heard of organizations like the leadership team sending out either holiday cards or putting together a short thank you for the hard work in like the past year and then sending that out to the organization as well. I think that type of recognition, whether it's in that form or it's award ceremony or something of that nature, the type of recognition of a thank you goes a really long way. And I think, again, it doesn't have to be something that costs a ton of money, but just the thought that goes behind it can be super meaningful.
You just made me think of something that I think is brilliant.
I saw you get out the notepad, so I'm
I
excited to see
got
what you're
Post-it.
brainstorming.
I can't wait. Like, Matt Masucci's not going to like this one at all, but I'm so excited about what you just made me think of. So more to come on that. But
Mhm.
I think that's a great point. And it's something that you said earlier. It doesn't have to be a huge all company thing. Like, even
No.
I'm thinking about, like, I know we have our leadership meeting, I think not next week, but I know it's getting pushed because of Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
But if even your leadership teams can align on, like, hey, this is what we're doing on a micro level with my team, of, like I said, like, if you have the information of, this person on your team loves Taco Bell, and there's a restaurant in
Mhm.
Philadelphia where this person lives. Like, if you can do small things on your team level that the leadership can execute, an all company thing is great. Like you said, if it's some sort of ceremony or letter or whatever I'm thinking, just stay tuned. But I think if you can align as a leadership team and do things on a smaller level of, like, hey, this year, every person in leadership, please make sure to send each person on your team X. Here's your budget,
Mhm.
and it can be the same, it can be uniform across the whole company, but it can be executed kind of a little bit more on the micro level.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's a ton of different
So
ideas
much.
that organizations can work on that I'm sure
Yeah.
companies are doing already that we haven't even thought about. I'd be really interested if folks are doing something outside of what we've
I was just gonna
mentioned for
say
them to
that.
leave them in the comments,
Yeah.
just so we can get some additional ideas too. There's so much out there that companies have thought of.
Yeah.
And I'm always very interested in how organizations are adding to their culture and ensuring that employees are happy. So that'd be a fun thing to get some eyes on.
Please, yeah, we can't do all the brainstorming here. If you're doing
We
cool
can.
things around, especially around like, well, actually, in general, if you're doing cool things in a virtual setting, let us know.
We want to
But
know.
especially around the
Yes.
holidays, I really think people need to capitalize on this time. I think it says a lot about a company culture to see what they're doing for their employees, like, during kind of this time of year.
I totally do too,
Yeah,
for sure.
I love it. That's all I've got. I can't believe like I said, we'll probably have one more
I
show
know.
this year, but I don't think I have much to
Wild.
report today.
I don't either, except I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. Enjoy the time with your family. And to everyone else watching, happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy.
Yeah, enjoy a little bit of time off. We're grateful that y'all join us every
Hmm.
week. And I guess that's it. That's a wrap for this week's
That's all right.
episode. That's it. Thank you all so much for joining us. As a reminder, you can find all of our content at talentinsights.hirewell.com. Or if you'd like to learn more about Hirewell and our service offerings, check out our website. It's www.hirewell.com. We'll be back. We'll see you one more time.
One more time, for sure. Have a good one, everyone.